The unit will be eye disorder. All right. So first of all, we are going with the glaucoma. What do you mean by glaucoma? It is actually a disorder of an eye, and it damages the eye. Basically the optic nerve. It damages the optic nerve of the eye, and it is basically the leading cause of the blindness in the United States, and usually happens when fluid pressure inside the eyes slowly rises and damages the optic nerve. So, what is the definition? Glaucoma is a group of ocular condition which is characterized by optic nerve damage, and this optic nerve is damaged, and it is basically related to IOP, that is intraocular pressure, which is caused by congestion of aqueous humor in the eye. Uh, the disease of the eye is in which the pressure of fluid inside the eyeball is abnormally high, and it is caused by an obstructed outflow of the fluid. So there will be an increased pressure which can damage the optic nerve, and it will lead to the partial or complete loss of the vision. So basically, what happens inside that there will be the in the pressure within the eye of the fluid in the eyeball is abnormally high, due to which there will be an obstructed outflow of the fluid, in which there will be the increased pressure, which can damage the optic nerve, and it will lead to the partial or complete vision loss. So it is a basic. It is the leading cause of the irreversible blindness. In fact, as many as 6 million individuals in the blindness in both eyes from the disease. What are the types? Types are like two types are there. One is congenital infantile, and second one is acquired. In congenital infantile, it is hydrothalamus, and in acquired there are two, which is primary and secondary. In primary, it is open angle, wide angle, and chronic, and in secondary, it's angle closure, narrow angle, and closed. So first of all, we'll go with the congenital infantile and diphthalamus hydrothalamus. So it is characterized by an elevation. As I told you before, there will be an elevation of IOP, which is associated with the development in abnormalities of the angle of anterior chamber depending on the age of the onset. As the age of the onset increases, due to which there will be a developmental abnormality of the angle of interior chamber, due to which there will be an elevation of IOP. And the developmental glaucoma are termed as a true or primary congenital glaucoma, in which IOP is raised during intrauterine life. Second one is infantile glaucoma. In this disease, the disease is manifest prior to the child. Third one is juvenile glaucoma, in which the children develops pressure and it rises between 3 to 16 years of the life. Second one is open angle glaucoma. What is open angle glaucoma? So basically, it is divided into four parts. That is primary chronic open angle glaucoma, that is COAG. Second one is normal tension pressure glaucoma or low tension glaucoma. Third one is child glaucoma, and fourth one is secondary open angle glaucoma. So first we will study about primary chronic open angle glaucoma. So it is the most common type of glaucoma, and its frequency increases greatly with the age. As the age increases, the glaucoma will also increase. The aqueous fluid does not drain from the eye properly. Actually, there is a fluid which is aqueous fluid which is present inside the eye, which will be not drained properly, and the pressure within the eye therefore builds up painlessly and without the symptoms. So the pressure in this, it is asymptomatic, and the pressure within the eye which builds up painlessly, and it will not cause any kind of symptom. Second one is secondary open angle glaucoma. It can result from one eye, that is an ocular injury. There will be an inflammation, that is iritis, and retinal vein blockage. Third one is normal tension or low tension glaucoma. It is a type of glaucoma in which it is thought to be due to decreased blood flow to the optic nerve. When there will be a decreased blood flow to the optic nerve, then this disease condition occurs, like low tension glaucoma. This condition is characterized by progressive optic nerve damage and loss of peripheral vision. So afterward, what will happen if there will be a decreased blood flow to the optic nerve? Then there will be a the condition will be progressive, and optic nerve damage will be occurred, and loss of peripheral vision, that is visual field, will be there. Then what is childhood glaucoma? Childhood glaucoma is an uncommon pediatric condition. Often it is associated with significant visual loss, and it may most commonly be caused by trauma or any kind of surgery, or through other acquired or secondary causes or abnormality, increased intraocular pressure. Then what do you mean by third one is angle closure glaucoma? Angle closure glaucoma is meant by, it is actually it can be chronic or it can be acute. The common element in both in chronic or the common element in both is that the entire drainage angle becomes anatomically closed. So from where the aqueous fluid is drained, it becomes anatomically closed, and the aqueous fluid within the eye cannot even reach all the part of the trabecular meshwork. So that aqueous, which will be circulated to all over the eye, that will not be, because of the angle closure, it will not reach to the all part of the uh, tubercular meshwork, due to which the angle closure glaucoma will occur. Now, what is acute angle closure glaucoma? When the drainage angle of the eye suddenly become completely lost. All right, when the as I told you, when the angle will be closed and suddenly become completely blocked, the pressure builds up rapidly, and it is called as acute angle closure glaucoma, in which there will be, the pressure is generated due to the blockage of that. Due to the it is due to the blockage of the eye, and suddenly the pressure is built, so that it is called, as I told you, acute angle closure glaucoma. And the symptom will include like severe pain, blurred vision, headache, nausea, or vomiting. Second one is closure angle chronic angle or closure angle glaucoma. In this, when the drainage angle of the eye gradually becomes completely blocked, and there will be a
Excuse me, sir.
and when there will
So,
be a pressure regularly, then this is called a angle closure glaucoma. The drainage tissue gradually start to scar. When the scarring will occur, it will be chronic. So this condition is generally silent, and severe glaucoma damage can occur without the person's knowledge. So there will be no any kind of symptom in them.
excuse me, sir. Sir,
Anji,
sir, angle closure glaucoma is also known as acute.
sorry.
Sir, angle closure glaucoma is acute or chronic?
It can be both. It can either be chronic and uh, it can
Acute.
be chronic and it can be acute. If it is acute, it will be completely blocked. Like the angle will be completely blocked, due to which it is called as acute angle closure glaucoma, in which the symptom will include the severe eye pain, blurred vision, or headache, and nausea and vomiting. But in chronic angle closure glaucoma, in which when the drainage angle of the eye gradually becomes completely blocked, and the pressure build up gradually, and स्कारिंग स्टार्ट टू फॉर्म, जो टिश्यू होते हैं वो जब वो स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, स्कारिंग होना शुरू हो जाता है, उसको हम क्रोनिक बोलते हैं. तो बेसिकली angle closure glaucoma is divided into two, that is acute angle closure glaucoma, and second one is chronic angle closure glaucoma. All right.
Okay, sir. Yes, yes. Okay, sir.
Then the etiological factors. The main causes are like first one is, if there is any kind of eye injury, then glaucoma can occur, or eye surgery, or eye tumors, diabetes, cataract, trauma, steroid, emotional stress, antihistamine use, hypothyroidism, sleep apnea, leukemia, or sickle cell anemia. These are the etiological factors. And the risk factors are like You know what are the risk factors? Can anyone tell me what are the risk factors? Just the definition of risk factor. होता क्या है? What is a risk factor? बताएगा कोई मुझे?
So congenital है तो
Modifiable
of course
non-modifiable
family history.
factors होते हैं ना?
Sorry sir.
So what are modifiable and what are non-modifiable?
किसी एक डिजीज कंडीशन की वजह से होता है जो वो मॉडिफाइड होता है, और नॉन मॉडिफाइड जो लाइफस्टाइल और इन सब की वजह से.
जैसे modifiable means which can be modified. Like if the person is having cancer, lung cancer, he is having a chronic history of cigarette smoking. So we can modify it. We can ask him to stop it. So that is modifiable risk factor. And what is non-modifiable risk factor? Like if the patient is the chronic smoker, or there will be a genetic any kind of history. So we can't change that genetic history. That is non-mod, which can't be modified. That is non-modifiable risk factor. So what will be the modifiable, non-modifiable risk factor? That is age over 45 years, family history of the glaucoma, all right, or diabetic history, all right, या फिर history of elevated intraocular pressure. Then modifiable nearsightedness, use of steroid, thin cornea, then eye trauma, race, not race, race is a modifiable factor, non-modifiable factor. Then not seeing a rainbow or provision, eye injury. Then what is the pathophysiology for this? So as I told you before, the drainage canal is blocked. And when the drainage canal is blocked, there will be too much of fluid which will be stays inside the eye, and it will increases the IOP, intraocular pressure. And due to the high pressure, there will be a damage of the optic nerve. And due to the damage of the optic nerve, definitely it will lead to glaucoma. It's a very simple pathophysiology. All right. Then regardless of the cause of the damage, glaucomatous changes typically evolve through clearly stages like initiating event, then structural alteration will be there if there will be an IOP increase, then functional alteration will be there, or optic nerve damage will be there, or vision loss will be there. Then what are the clinical manifestations? What will be the clinical manifestations for this if the patient is having eye disorder like glaucoma? क्या हो सकता है, क्या क्या क्लिनिकल मैनिफेस्टेशन हो सकते हैं?
Eye pain, blurred vision.
रुको मैं पूछता हूँ. Kunal.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the clinical manifestation in glaucoma. क्या क्या होगा अगर किसी पेशेंट को ग्लूकोमा है, आईओपी बढ़ा हुआ है, तो क्या क्या हमारे पास सिम्टम आपको दिखेंगे? दिव्यांशी, can you tell? Harpreet, Kaur, Kiran.
Yes sir.
Yeah, tell me the clinical manifestation. Any two.
सर जो विजन होगी वो ब्लर हो सकती है.
ब्लड विजन.
ब्लड विजन और सब पेन हो सकता है इसमें.
Yeah, severe eye pain, very good. Severe eye pain will be there. Eye redness will be there. Blood vision, as you told. Severe headache, nausea, vomiting, dry eyes with itching or burning sensation. Dark spot at the center of the viewing. excess tearing or watery eyes, and difficulty in focusing on near or distant objects. They will not be able to focus on the near objects and the far away objects. Then diagnostic tests. What all are the diagnostic tests which should be run or which should be done for the patient who is suffering from glaucoma? Sakshi? Sakshi Rana? Okay. So the diagnostic test in which the ocular and medical history is to be done to investigate the history of predisposing factors. Tonometry is to be done. Tonometry is actually the pressure in the eye by measuring the tone or firmness of its surface. Then ophthalmoscopy is to be done. It is a procedure which is done to examine the optic nerve and at the back end of the eye. So through the ophthalmoscope, we examine the optic nerve and the back end of the eye. Then gonioscopy you have to do. In this gonioscopy, it is used to examine the filtration angle of the interior chamber, and the purpose of this test is to examine the drainage angle and drainage of the eye. Then perimeter. It is actually to assess the visual fields and the visual field to detect any kind of early signs of glaucomatous damage to the optic nerve. And visual fields are actually measured by a computerized assessment. Then pachymetry. Pachymetry, it is a relatively new test being used for the diagnosis and treatment of glaucoma. And pachymetry determines the thickness of the cornea. After the eye has been numbed with anesthetized drops, the pachymeter tip is touched lightly to the front surface of the eye, that is cornea, and recent studies have shown that the corneal thickness can affect the measurement of intraocular pressure. And then dilated pupil examination we have to follow. In the medical management, what we are going to do, the aim of glaucoma treatment is just prevention of optic nerve damage through the medical therapy. As we know, this is all about the whole soul is all about when there will be a optic nerve damage. So we have to prevent that optic nerve damage. So for this, lifelong therapy is almost always necessary because glaucoma cannot be cured. It can't be cured. So we have to be on the patient should be have on the regular medications for the lifetime. The treatment goal is to maintain an IOP within a range unlikely to cause further damage. So basically what we have to do, if intraocular pressure is increased due to which the nerve damage occurs, so we have to keep the IOP under the control so that the nerve damage should not be done. And the patient is monitored for the stability of the optic nerve. Medical management relies on systematic and topical ocular medication that lowers the intraocular pressure. Means we have to give, the topical agents, the topical ocular medication, so that the IOP will be decreased. The patient is usually started on the lowest dose of topical medication and then advanced to increase the concentration until the desired IOP level is reached or maintained. So what all are the drugs what we have to give for to treat the glaucoma? That is cholinergic drugs, adrenergic drugs, beta blockers, alpha-adrenergic, and carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Then what will be the surgical management for this? That is a laser tuberculoplasty. That is tuberculoplasty क्या होती है? ग्लूकोमा के लिए एक सर्जरी होती है, लेजर ट्रीटमेंट है जो कि सर्जिकल मैनेजमेंट होता है. इसके अंदर क्या होता है, जो लेजर बर्न्स आर अप्लाइड टू द इनर सरफेस ऑफ द ट्रेबेकुलर मेशवर्क टू ओपन द इंट्रा ट्रेबेकुलर स्पेसेस. जो मैंने आपको बताया था जहाँ पे ब्लॉकेज होता है वहां पे ये लेजर बर्न होता है. लेजर बर्न से ये क्या करता है, जो ट्रेबेकुलर मेशवर्क में जो क्लोजर होता है उसको वो ओपन करता है and thereby promoting the outflow of the aqueous humor and the decreasing IOP, जिसकी वजह से जो IOP है वो डिक्रीज हो जाता है. जो फ्लूइड होता है उसको टाइम मिल जाता है कि वहां से वो बाहर निकल जाए and actually the procedure is indicated when the intraocular pressure is inadequately controlled by the medications. Serious complication is a transient rise in IOP, usually 2 hours after the surgery. अगर medication topical medication से ये चीज control नहीं हो रही है, then we have to go for the surgery. Then second one is laser iridotomy for the papillary block of the glaucoma. So in this, an opening is made in the iris to eliminate the papillary block, and this procedure is contraindicated in the patient with the corneal edema. So potential complication is is done like burns to the cornea, lens, and retina, and transient elevated IOP. Then for chronic glaucoma, filtering procedures are done. Actually, it is used to create an opening in between the opening or fistula in the trabecular meshwork to drain the aqueous humor from the anterior chamber to the conjunctival space, and thereby bypassing the usual drainage structure. And this allow the aqueous humor to flow and exit from the different routes. Then trabeculotomy, you have to the doctor can do the trabeculotomy. It is the standard filtering technique used to remove the part of trabecular meshwork. Complication include hemorrhage can occur, or elevated IOP will be there, and cataract will be there. Now comes the nursing management. In nursing management, acute pressure related to increased IOP, acute pain. So for pain, administer opioids and other medication as directed by the physician or doctor. Explain the patient that the goal of the treatment is to reduce IOP as quickly as possible. Reassurance patient, reassure the patient that with the reduction in IOP, pain and other signs and symptoms should be subside. Then fear related to pain and potential loss of vision. In this, provide reassurance and calm presence to reduce the anxiety and the fear. Provide emotional support. Then nausea and vomiting related to the opioid or other medications. In this, what nurse have to do, the nurse have to medicate the patient with an antiemetic and explain the patient and provide the support. Then knowledge deficit related to disease. In this, the nurse have to provide the knowledge regarding glaucoma, their signs and symptoms, and their management. The nurse have to provide the knowledge regarding the medication and other side effects. So today we studied about glaucoma, and in this glaucoma we had studied the types of glaucoma, incident, then what all are the types we had explained well, and etiology, then risk factors we had done for the pathophysiology, and then we go through the different stages, then clinical manifestation, then diagnostic evaluation we had done with the medical management, covering with the several types of dose or several types of ocular medications, surgical management, and then nursing management. Okay.
Yes, sir.